Hi, my name is Jelle. I am business owner, CEO of Jelle van Productions, which is an audio company, an audio programming company that makes online audio software, specifically in the game industry. So we're building a web application, and I needed a front-end developer and UI UX designer. It happened to be on a Help for Ukraine website where I posted an ad for looking for front-end developers, and then Olga got in contact with me, had a couple of calls about introduction to the team, and in the end it turned out to be a good match. Well, specifically for a software developing company, I think the usefulness there is that we were not looking for just one person. So in our case, it's really useful to have them in one company rather than one person from Australia and one person from Singapore or wherever they are. So just having that as one package deal was quite useful. And of course, also for them, for the team themselves, it's easier because they know each other, they communicate on their own channels. So that was an extra advantage. We first have had a couple of talks about our needs and the kind of people we're looking for. So then you shortlisted a bunch of programmers and UI designers. So based on those CVs, we interviewed a couple, I don't remember exactly how many. At the end, we had a really good click with Nikita. Yeah, we just had a good feeling about him, and he seemed enthusiastic about the program, like the thing we're building at the same time. So we just went ahead with that. The first thing we were looking for was a front-end developer. That was like the main thing. And I think we always had in our mind the idea of also needing a UX UI designer, but it was not the original vacancy that we put out. And it wasn't originally our idea of like going with a company like KnubiSoft. It'll probably have been the fact that you probably mentioned it, or like KnubiSoft in general mentioned like, oh, actually we also have UI designers. At which point we were like, oh, actually that's great. And then the offer that KnubiSoft also came forward with was you can have Nikita for this amount of money, and then we can give you a UI designer for this amount of money, which was a good deal. In the end, worked out for everybody. So in general, the communication was really good. So we had just a daily stand-up every morning in which we just went over a Jira board that me and my business partner had put together. And they were super diligent, so that was good. I like the fact that both Nikita and Mark kind of try to think along, like they did try to understand, like, okay, what are you building, what would from a user perspective be kind of the thing that you want. And every scrum, like in the morning, we would of course talk about what are you doing, have you got any blockers, are there any issues that need to be resolved before you can go on with your day. The contract was for 3 months. So the full time of that was front-end development, and about 2 months of that was UI UX design. Nikita literally just set up everything from scratch. Same for Mark. So we gave him wireframes of like all the content that we needed. Those were just by us, but without any colors or pictures or nothing. So then with Mark, I went through like the user flow of how we envisioned a user to use the product, and based on that, he made a couple of designs and suggestions here and there about navigations, how he thought like things would be better laid out, etc., etc. Yeah, he just basically went on with that and the designs for everything for the first 2 months. And then kind of in parallel, Nikita set everything up from scratch, from like basically just a blank React app. And we just started to filling in things step by step, right? Like from a homepage to like all the UI controls and everything that we needed. And in general, I'm happy with the result. I recommended it to one friend who I think in the end contracted with you. Yeah, and I would absolutely recommend it to more people.